Okay. All right, go ahead.
Hey everyone, hi Zave, hi Domingo, hi Carlos. So today we have mobile hardware wallet. Mobile hardware wallet is one of the projects at 19 Summer of Code, and they are right now working. They have completed their white paper and they are working on the design phase. So we have the team lead Shobit, the program manager Vivek with us. So over to you, Shobit. Go ahead and show what all you have been up to for the past few weeks at 19 Summer of Code.
Yeah, hello, sorry. So like on the past, like we discussed, like we were working on that design only for the mobile hardware wallet. So like you suggested, so that we should work on like some software implementation first. So like we were trying to learn about that smart contracts only right now. Uh, but I guess like for implementing this mobile hardware wallet. So basically, like in secure enclave, we need to sign out token, that message securely. That what secure enclaves do, I guess. Uh, so I wanted to know, like, is it similar to like that only? What like the software implementation of this wallet? So like we can continue learning on that, like the generation of the tokens and all. Um, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I think the primary reference is still the link. I think what got this project in the first place, right? So I don't know how much have you. There's a link in here that can lead to the SCP 256R1. I don't know. Have you checked into that code yet? There's a link. You can lead to
Yeah,
the.
okay.
So how much? Let's say, do you understand of that? Have you played with that? Just write some tests and then maybe deploy it to testnet and run it. Have you tried that yet? This one I
No, not
linked
yet.
in yeah, that's the number one. I think it's still that's the code we
Okay.
already implemented, the basics. I would strongly
So,
suggest you to go over that. And if you have any questions about the specific code,
so
yeah, you can
basically,
ask us.
yeah. So firstly, the step is to like implement this curve, uh, P256R1. Am I right?
Yes, the smart contract
Okay.
part is already there. But then the rest is, again, that's why I asked in the Discord group, I asked, hey, are you guys building on iOS or Android first?
Yeah. So I think like for iOS only will be going first. Like the secure enclave is. Yeah.
Using Swift or
Uh, like on that part, we are not yet decided. Like currently, we are working on design phase only. So, like I guess Swift will be more comfortable as like the APIs are directly available for that language. But like for Flutter and all, we have to
okay,
search
Flutter, okay,
the
maybe.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Seems you guys now
So
design seems to be clear, right? But then you guys dive into the implementation phase. Is my understanding correct?
yeah, so like that only what we wanted to start. So you are saying that to implement, basically we first need to try our hands on this term. It's like 246 hours. So this is I think used for the signing of the tokens that will be generated messages.
Uh, okay, here's the thing. The smart contract part does not do the signing. The signing is by the mobile app using the secure enclave. The contract
Yeah,
will check, will verify the signature. It will not generate. The phone is going to generate the secure enclave. Is this clear? So
yeah,
the
okay.
secure enclave on the phone is going to generate the signature, and then in the smart contract you are going to verify it. So the private key, the owners, you has the right private key. Okay, so that's the general, the high level how it works. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have
And
not yet, I would strongly recommend go
yeah,
through this smart contract and see what it's doing, and then also play with the test. So we already have a test here you can run, and then make sure this is a local test. So maybe you can deploy it on the testnet and try it out. Make sure that works. Okay.
so last time I think you shown some platform to deploy. I do not remember correctly. Can you mention it again? Like for testing with the smart contracts.
Yeah. So test for our framework, sCrypt. So you can do usually two type of testing. One is just run it locally, which I just sent you the the local test
Yeah.
file you can run, but you can also do it on testnet. Just deploy it on the testnet, and then call the contract to make sure everything checks out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. We'll try your testing this first, and then like I will tell you our Discord address.
Yes. Yes.
So
Uh,
firstly, we need to go about this yeah curve, I guess, to implement that, and then okay, so this we can take up for the first part of implementation, right?
yes. The smart contract part. Yes. So okay, here's what if I were you guys, I would do the following. Okay, first, go through this process, this contract, make sure I understand every line, and I run some tests, and make sure you pass, and then deploy on the testnet. Make sure that works. Okay. Once that works, and the next phase, I would decide, okay, what is the tech stack I'm going to use for the mobile app? Is it going to be Flutter, or is Swift or whatever? And then the only thing you have to do in the app in regarding to how to you have to integrate smart contract with mobile app. Then you can come back to me if it's a Swift or if it's a Flutter. Then you start, right? So we need to the deployment. I think that part is good enough. We can just compile the contract. You can get the Beacon script. That part is good. And then we have to figure out a way together using the tech stack you have chosen. That's the Swift or Dart. We have to make sure we have the SDK for calling the contract to integrate that. I think then we are good. I mean, in terms of the smart contract standalone and the integration. But then you guys going to build the whole app, the full app. But then that is I would call it Web 2, so it's not related to blockchain. So I think you guys can figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does this the whole process make sense? Workflow?
Yeah. And also, would you like recommend reading about that smart contracts also, like a
The,
little bit?
you mean sCrypt? Smart contract?
Yeah. So we'll be using that or something else.
Oh, you mean for the mobile app? Which framework to use?
Yeah.
You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that all depends. What is the goal? You can pretty much depends on the use case, right? Is it going to be both Android and iPhone? If it's cross on web, if it's cross platform, or it also depends on a lot many factors, right? One is going to be cross platform. Second, how familiar your team is already what kind of a framework that you guys already use and people are already familiar with. So I think it's better for you to decide, for your team to decide. It's not because it's not smart contract related. So uh, I think I may not be the best one to choose a tech stack here. So maybe I just give one example. Maybe you guys already built some kind of like a Swift or a Dart, mobile app before. So just stick with that. You don't have to learn something entirely new. Does this make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So have you already, okay, for the team, has anybody has done any kind of mobile development before? And if yes, what
Yes,
kind of,
I did.
okay,
All of
what tools you use?
I use Android Studio or uh, IntelliJ IDE for programming just Android application.
Using what? Kotlin or Java or what?
No, Java.
Java. Yeah, then,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, then stick with Java if that's what they are familiar with. And
Yeah, I guess
anybody
that's
else?
for Android. And
Anyone
Yeah,
else?
I have also.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have also done it, but in Android Studio using Flutter.
Flutter. Okay, that's good. Yeah, then you guys have to decide internally. I think for the smart contract integration, it's not much difference. But it's better to have your team. You have an internal discussion to decide which tech stack to use, Java or Flutter or whatnot. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Once you have chosen that, we can have another call and see how do you integrate, and also make sure
Yeah.
you finish the
Let me
smart
talk
contract.
something about the mobile development. I used to use Money Button API where they use JavaScript, and that was not standard for Android Studio, so I started using IntelliJ. But I guess using Java is more native for the Android mobile for the application. But also we could not develop the application using React because it could not process big numbers, and we had problems using with React. But I guess with the current sCrypt interface, we can maybe use React to build Android application
You mean
blockchain with
React
sCrypt.
Native? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? Okay,
yeah.
that's another option. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm more familiar with React Native.
Yeah, that's another option. Yeah. And also it's
Yeah,
cross-platform. Yeah.
for this only, I was asking like React Native, we use JavaScript, and like sCrypt is based on TypeScript, so like, it will be easy to integrate. I guess.
I think at the end of the day, it's all JavaScript. So I have not used React Native in TypeScript myself, but I think that's doable, right? It's just another option. Okay. Another option. Yeah. So for us, don't worry about the integration. I think whatever language tools you guys decide, we can make it work because I think the heavy lifting, the hard part is how to compile and deploy it. Once you have it, to integrate with any language, it should not be hard. Yeah, assume if you have a big number, that'll be great. Yeah, but other than that, it should be not hard. Yeah. But here's what I'm saying: it's better for you as a group to decide internally what kind of tools. I can give you some advice. I just said, but I think but I don't know all the the use cases and all your guys' experience. So it's better for you to decide internally.
Yeah,
Okay. And also, please, yeah, if you have not gone through all the tutorials, go through the sCrypt tutorial. So that help you understand the contract I just sent to you and how to run the test, and then how to make it work on testnet.
yeah, sure, will work.
Yeah, also involves the elliptical curve. So also make sure you read something about elliptic curve if you want to understand what's going on in the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can send you another thing. Yeah, but yeah, read about all this background material. I think we should have. Okay. I also send in the Discord. Okay. Anything else?
No, not from my side.
Anyone
Swami,
else?
if you are,
Yes, we have Achyut in this meet right now. He has been patiently hearing all of our conversations. So he's also a part of Time Chain Summer of Code, and he's working on one of the projects which is mentored by Ty and Braden.
Oh, okay.
Achyut, you want to go ahead?
No. I just want to hear what
No,
everything what
explain
you were
about your
discussing.
project now, what you're working on, how you're working, how's it going. Just explain, give us a short intro about your project to Zave.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Achyut, and our team is currently working on our project named as Internet Browser Extension Protocol. So, as we have already covered, made our white paper, and design part is almost completed. So now we are moving on to our development phase. So right now we are just uh, going through all of the resources which were provided to us by our mentors, and distributing the tasks among ourselves so that each of us can contribute at a good rate. And that's it, like a good overview, I guess.
Cool. So what does the app, the final app do?
Well, it will like help us to like have transactions over the blockchain. Like we can connect to some decentralized dApps, and we can make
Decentralized
requests,
what?
decentralized applications on the blockchain.
Application. Okay.
Yeah. So we can request money, we can transfer money, bitcoins or some data, or some, suppose we need to borrow some money from a user or friend, we can also have
Basically,
that.
Crypto Female was founded in 2019, and our is the app chapter as well.
I cannot hear. Hello? Hello? Can you
yeah,
hear
yes, you're
Rebecca?
audible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, keep going. What does the app? Okay, so it seems like some kind of wallet. Is it
Yeah.
fair to
Yes,
say?
yes. Like
Okay.
we will have a dashboard, and it will like have all the details, like how much we have. It's just a simple for the beginning, like having all the history of our transactions.
Okay. How is
Like
this
it's
different from existing wallets? Let's say Handcash or you know Senslate. If you know what I'm talking about.
yes, I guess. Like like if you have heard about MetaMask, like it's not
Yes.
exactly that, but it's like a very similar to that somehow.
Okay.
Like it will also work on some. I have not read completely, but like that I can only tell you that it will contain some nodes. Rohan taught us it yesterday, but I didn't get that much quietly good. And right now I'm currently reading, so it will like you the you no, we will use the digital signature and nodes, and like some you and actually Ty and Braden are helping us. So he suggested us to read some BRCs, and we are just currently focusing on that.
Okay. Cool. So you will even like to support BRC20 tokens? Is that so?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, check out Handcache or Senslink. I don't know if you have already played with them. So it could be helpful to Handcache. Yes, play with those two wallets. I think it's some of it has some features you just mentioned, but not all,
Yes,
of
yes.
course. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. But what a Handcache and other thing, money button. Well, there's another team, Payout, and it's like I guess the task of that team was is to like integrate all of them together in a one simple environment like setup.
Oh, okay. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, that was our original, but later on, the team topics were switched, and this is not. This is right our topic now.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. All right. Look forward to it. If when ship it, I'll try it out. Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Anything else today, Rebecca? Oh, it's good. Hello, Rebecca. Are you still here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, there
Any
was some
other team?
disturbance from my end.
Okay.
I guess no, I think Kavin was here, he left. So yeah, it was just mobile hardware wallet and Ach youth explaining his project MetaNet browser extension.
Okay. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if you have any questions for Domingo about TAAL or anything else you want to ask him today, or if you want, since he's already
Yeah,
here.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What's the basic difference between using the WAC API and TAAL APIs?
Domingo?
Yeah, that's a good question. So basically the WAC API, they are
For people who don't know WAC, it's WhatsOnChain. Okay, just
exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so as I was saying, so if you go through WhatsOnChain, they offer you an API and you can send like basic transactions that you can go through them. But then if you can also use some other endpoints that use MAPI in the past or our version of it, TAP, which is TAAL API, and they will allow you some other, let's say, different ways and different also prices for sending the transactions. So as we said offline before, if you go to taal.com, you can actually see the different services and the different pricing. You have on Discord, you can ask all these questions. I'm happy to take them, of course. But yeah, I also don't want this to be about TAAL, you know, that's not the end of this. So hopefully I have answered your question. If not, contact me offline and I will tell you exactly what are the difference. But yeah, basically one of them is WhatsOnChain, which is the block explorer, and it's even if it's owned by TAAL, is intended to be like neutral and that a reference that everyone can use, and is like independent. And then on the other side, you have TAAL APIs. TAAL as a miner offers some transaction processing APIs that you can benefit from as well. And yeah, they are complementary. So you can send transactions either way, but depending on the type of transactions, you might want one or the other. For example, if you want to send a transaction without spending any BSV, you could use TAAL client, which is one of the one of our products, and then without owning any BSV, you could send transactions that you cannot do with WhatsOnChain because it's not thought for that, right? So yeah, they are complementary. And if you need anything else, just let me know. We'll be happy to help you.
Okay, thank you. I have read a little about that, but I need to explore a bit more the difference between TAAL and WhatsOnChain. But I guess we have to buy some license to use TAAL, or
No, it's
is it
you
correct?
can register, and basically with your registration you will have a free key that you can use with certain limitations, and if it's like a freemium model, right? So in case you want more, if you want to send more data, if you want to use our endpoints and have better support, then you can buy a plan. But just for trying it, feel free to register. I'm sending the link on the chat. I create an account. You will receive a free testnet key and a free mainnet key. And with this, you will be able, for example, to test a TAAL client that will allow you to send transactions, to send data, no, not transactions, data to the blockchain without owning any BSV. And there as well, you can find our Discord channel. Feel free to go there and ask any possible question that you may have.
Okay.
Also, something else, something I forgot. As I mentioned, WhatsOnChain is meant to be, it's owned by TAAL, but it's almost independent because it's like a very well-known and respected product used by everyone in the community, and they have a very good Telegram support. So if you go to WhatsOnChain, you will find the Telegram channel. Let me very quickly find it.
Yeah. I use that channel to get some support.
So the guys, they are brilliant and will help you with all your questions. So yeah, for WhatsOnChain, that's the preferred way to contact the team. And then for the TAAL APIs, you can use the Discord channel that I share with you on the chat.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So, okay, so for me, just my personal feeling, WhatsOnChain is almost like it's like an amateur. I wouldn't say amateur. So TAAL is almost like an enterprise or more professional version of the APIs that's provided by WhatsOnChain. Is about right?
Yeah. I think
so
that's,
if you're like just an
that's
individual
that's a good
developer,
summary, yeah.
yeah,
That's
you
a
want
good
to
summary.
you
So
want to
TAAL
you want to
offers,
go play. You can sign up with WhatsOnChain, but
Yeah.
if you really want has millions of transactions per day,
exactly.
you probably want to sign up a TAAL service. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
nice.
TAAL or Gorilla Pool or any other miner, but that's the idea. So if you have millions of transactions, you probably will want to use the miner APIs for doing that. But for doing your test, for checking if your transaction is there or not, definitely WhatsOnChain is the best approach for that, and also it's kind of a standard. If you check any presentation, any chat at the end of the presentation, when they show the transaction with saying or not, sometimes it's please, sometimes not, but you will see an WhatsOnChain a screenshot of the transaction, and this is because this is a very well respected. It's like the standard product for block exploring in the BSB realm. Yeah, so that as you mentioned, Shehui, that's the perfect comparison. Yeah, if you want to play, feel free to go there to WhatsOnChain.
Does WhatsOnChain internally use TAAL API to broadcast, or they have their own infrastructure?
It has its own infrastructure. Yeah, I don't know because there are movements, and before it was MAPI, then our version of it, which is TAPI, and then TAAL and I think Gorilla Pool both are using ARC. So probably there will be a convergence in that sense and some synergies. But I mean, also I could be wrong, and so don't quote me on that. But I think the endpoints are different, and then because also it's it's what I tried to explain before. WhatsOnChain is owned by TAAL, but it takes very seriously that it's kind of agnostic, and it should be very well respected by everyone in the real. And that means that if they can be completely independent, and you need to, I mean, you need to trust WhatsOnChain, and that comes by them having their own infrastructure and sending their own transactions. So from what I know, it's what they have right now. Maybe in the future there will be some synergies as the standards are changing, but to my knowledge, this is what happens right now. Yeah.
Great. Any other questions, comments?
Well, I had one more specific, but I don't know. I remember that 1 year ago, more or less, we asked for the transactions of a specific address at WhatsOnChain, and if that address had, let's say, more than 10,000 transactions, it would not show the correct answer. It would just not show anything about that address. But today I see addresses that there are much more than 10,000 transactions, and it shows it now.
Yeah.
Is it some upgrade, or I'm wrong?
So again, I mean, I work for TAAL, but I don't work that closely with the WhatsOnChain team, so I might be wrong. Take my words with a pinch of salt, but I think what happened was that we were using this product. Come on. What's the name? A product that was discontinued and was not supported anymore, and finish the Electrum SV, right? I think that we were using Electrum SV, and there were some problems with that product, and since then we have been building our own version and trying to patch those issues that you mentioned. So right now, yeah, it's these inconsistencies that you could see in the past, hopefully are definitely over. And yeah, we still use some components, to my knowledge, but we are moving to all the WhatsOnChain components that we own and we control. And yeah, that things like what you witnessed last year, they shouldn't be less and less frequent as we are, owning them and making things work the way they should.
Very nice.
Okay. Anything else? If not, we call it a day. Hey, Carlos, do you want to come over here to talk about your tokens, the whole thing? Explain it to us. I'm very interested to know. I think I'm not the only one. So if you want, we can do it next week.
You mean next week?
Yes, at the same time, same link. Next Thursday. Okay?
Nice.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Love what you're doing. Keep it up. Okay.
So for those of you that want to contact me for any questions, as I mentioned, you have Discord, but I am also leaving you my my email on the chat in case there is some other question that you want to ask offline. Thanks everyone. As I mentioned, it wasn't my intention that we talked that much about TAAL. I mean, it's a great company with great products, but this for the whole ecosystem. So I hope everyone will understand and will appreciate that. And in this sense, thanks, Shahui, for giving me the opportunity to answer those questions.
Thanks for always coming. Yeah, I think it's valuable information. People need to know to learn more about TAAL and WhatsOnChain. Okay.
So, do you have a community for TAAL? Like, where do you interact with your users, audience?
Yeah, and that I don't know if I fully got you, but about the way we interact with our customers and with everyone in general. Yeah, we do have the Discord channel that I posted on the, the chat. Yeah, and at the same time, for WhatsOnChain, as I mentioned, it's fully owned by TAAL, but at the same time, we respect the idiosyncrasy of WhatsOnChain, and they have their own support, which is via Telegram, which works great. And if you have any question, yeah, you can also find the Telegram, the WhatsOnChain team there on Telegram.
Yes, I saw you. I can see you in the Discord server right now. Cool.
Yeah.
So I think I can interact with you there.
That's it. Yeah.
So Javed, does this call happen? Like, is it the same link every Thursday, every 9?
Yes.
I mean 9 a.m.
Yes, from now on, yes.
Great.
Same
great,
time,
great.
same link. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Think about it as like an office hour. Always have people come here if they have any questions. Okay. Or just give us an update on summer code. That'd be great.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks. All right. Thanks everyone for coming, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Okay. Have a good one.
The next,
Yes.
yeah.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.